Yoel Romero and Phil Davis in the light heavyweight division. Please, Yoel Romero, make this fight a banger. I'm thinking about the fight with Israel Adesanya so much. I mean, that fight, it was so boring to watch. But if you look at just one fight before the Israel Adesanya fight with Paulo Costa, it was an absolute banger. One of the fights of the year with Paulo Costa. Absolutely insane. Back and forth striking in that fight. So I'm hoping Yoel Romero versus Phil Davis is more like Paulo Costa than it was Israel Adesanya. But I'm not too sure. But the strategy for Yoel Romero right here is going to be pressure. Throw some big shots. Look for the knockout early. Win the first round. Win the second round. Tire out in the third round. And then lose that one to a 29-28 decision. That is the strategy from Yoel Romero. Phil Davis has never been finished. I don't see him getting finished anytime soon, unless we get like a Yuri Prochazka to fight Phil Davis. That's about it. But for this fight right here, Yoel Romero and Phil Davis, Yoel, pressure, and power shots. That is what he needs to do right here. Yoel Romero against Paulo Costa. I mean, there was a lot of where his back was to the cage and he was just trying to land some big whooping punches. But against Phil Davis, he strives at range. He strives on jabbing, 1-2-1, leg kicking, body kicking, head kicking at range, just stand on the outside. That is what Phil Davis does do. He has some pretty good wrestling as well. Good takedown defense, so I don't see wrestling, grappling really being mixed into this one too much. So Phil Davis, keep the fight at range, kickbox with Yoel Romero. Of course, that is going to be the main way he wins, because if the fight closes up, Yoel Romero has a granite chin. Sorry about that. I have no idea how, as he is 44 years old, but his chin is just absolutely insane. Phil Davis's chin is also very solid, never being finished ever in his professional MMA career. But either way, I do not expect a finish from Phil Davis or Yoel Romero. I either see Phil Davis staying at range, kickboxing for that decision win, or Yoel Romero putting on the strategy where he's coming forward, put on the pressure, looking for left hook, right hook, straight left, uppercut, overhand left, overhand right, just some really big shots when he gets Phil Davis's back to the cage, and maybe possibly mixing in a double leg takedown or two. I mean, he could definitely get one, but again, it is the light heavyweight division, not the middleweight division, so I don't know. I don't know how easily it is going to be for Yoel Romero to get that takedown, but either way, Yoel Romero, pressure, power. So the first and second round is what he needs to do good in. So the first round, to go out there, put on the pressure, maybe nearly knock out Phil Davis when his back's to the cage with a left hook, right hook, uppercut, overhand, just a really big shot. I mean, any of the hooks, uppercuts, overhands, everything like that, that is what Yoel Romero needs to do. He needs to push the pace in the first round, push the pace in the second round. Probably not going to be able to push the pace too much in that third round. That's why I am saying he's going to win the fight by a 29-28 decision. But it is a very 50-50 fight. If we look at the betting odds right now, maybe if we refresh it, it might be a little bit different. But for right now, let's see if I can find it. I think I'm blind. Minus 120 for Phil Davis, and then plus 100 for Yoel Romero. I'm going to go the underdog in Yoel Romero winning that fight in the first round and in the second round as well. Just put it on the pressure, getting Phil Davis's back to the cage many times in the fight, and just throwing all he really can. I mean, the last fight with Israel Adesanya, that's always going to be in the back of his mind, and Phil Davis has a similar frame, similar height, similar reach to Israel Adesanya, and has a similar strategy of just kickboxing at range for the decision. So Yoel Romero needs to know, his coaches need to tell him, the strategy that he did against Israel Adesanya is not the strategy he needs to do on Phil Davis. He needs to go out there, put the pressure on in the first and second round, not get finished in the third round. 2 rounds, 1 round, 29-28 decision. So that is my prediction for Yoel Romero and Phil Davis. I got Yoel Romero by 29-28 unanimous decision. Really good fight in the light heavyweight division right there.